Derby.
No thanks. We got any more callers? Because we're actually out of time.
North London Derby would be wicked.
Solomon, no, not that Solomon. Solomon's done. Should we take Spurs?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Aaron.
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 I love that. Hey, what's going on,
y'all? How y'all doing?
We're good. I like that. Where are you calling from?
America. Nice Southern America.
Where in Southern America?
North Carolina, home of the Club World Cup.
Carolina.
So wait, let me ask you, why Spurs? What happened?
Clint Dempsey.
I was born in the DC region, and that's kind of the same history of like not good for a while, then good, then you just keep building, and then at some point they get really good. So they kind of match up.
You're just hoping that, yeah.
Do you know, it actually does blow my mind, right? Because I'm from the Tottenham area, so I haven't got a choice. When people actively opt into supporting Spurs, I think, God, you poor bastards.
No, I think simply, where's the button?
Aaron.
No.
You're smoking crack.
when I see people in
the team that is always up and down from birth, kind of breeds you into the mind of liking the Tottenham. You know.
Yeah. But go on, talk to us, man. How are you feeling? You still back in Big Ange?
Well, first things first, you brought in like 2 Arsenal fans in that their veins were popping more than bodybuilders, right? They're angry. They talked about us, right? We're cool. Like, we're not in the top 4. It was funny. On the bottom, it said title race for them, and they were talking about us. Crazy. They're not even focused on it, right?
I hate to see it.
But I wanted to talk to Abby, right? So Expressions is Ange out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we lose to Southampton. But like, what is the next step? Because we've only seen, we didn't rate this club at the start of the season. We didn't rate the transfers. And now we're Pikachu shock face, like, oh my God, they were losing. Like, I don't understand why so many people are annoyed with the how we're doing when we knew it at the start of the season. Like, we didn't think that was
and these are his players, right? Did he buy these players? These are his signings?
Yes and no, right? Because now he's saying that he, had help with Levy.
Yeah, like Daniel Levy is always involved in transfers, right? Ultimately. So like any club, you'll get a list of A, B, C, D in terms of transfers. I reckon probably, I'd say 80% of the 23 years of Enoch, they've gone for option C and below than option A or B, right? Mm-hmm. And you can tell that with the depth of the squad. The reason I am not Ange out is because, as I said at the start of the show, it's 14 managers in 23 years. So I see a pattern and I see where it comes from. So it can't be just on Ange. It can't be just on Conte. It can't be just on Jose. It can't be just on Poch. It can't be just on Redknapp. It can't be just on Nuno. It can't just be on AVB. It can't be on Martin Jol. I mean, I can keep going, but you know where one day Ramos, we can keep going, right? So there has to be a common denominator in all of this, which would be the board, and always cutting corners. If you don't have the best tools in a squad, you can only get so far. So what Pochettino was achieving when he was at Tottenham was unbelievable. And it still blows my mind that Daniel Levy sacked him 3 months after getting to a Champions League final when he'd had no transfers for 2 windows, 2 seasons away from home, etc. He was, the squad.
Because Poch was twerking for United.
No, but he turned down United. But either way, I don't mind that he was necessarily working for United because he hadn't had any money. But he was patient enough to build that squad, and the squad had gone stale. And also there were other factors in terms of not selling Danny Rose at the right time, Eric Dyer at the right time when United came calling for both those players, holding on for players for too long that they end up training with the reserves because you can't sell them and get any money for them. So these are all business decisions that aren't down to the manager. These are down to obviously the board and the way the club is run from the top, because these are the decisions which the board shouldn't be involved in that sense.
Are you X out though? I'm sorry, not X out.
Ange out. But I'm not Ange out because the club fundamentally is broken in terms.
You don't
of
think there's no one that could be better than Ange?
Is Conte not a better manager than Ange?
Right
Is Jose not a better manager than Ange?
I'm just saying, it sounds like
I've seen every type of manager possible at Tottenham, and my whole thing is I don't really feel like we need to sack another manager because I know how it's going to end. And if you keep giving him the tools, which are probably not at the level you want to be a top 4 side, which is what Spurs fans, I guess, and the board ultimately want, then how can you expect to have a good result?
What situation are you? Do you want your manager to go?
I'm gonna tell you right now, we can grab Prime Ranieri from Leicester. We can grab Zidane. We can grab Pep from Barca. They're not going to turn around this team because the board is not going to back them, right? So at some point, we have to put our foot down and say, yo, like, it's got to stop. We got to rebuild. Like, at some point, no one wants to rebuild until we rebuild, right? Like,
you got all the pieces, though. You got the stadium. Is there money to spend? Is there money to spend?
If the ownership would put their own money in, but they never have.
Okay.
Money has been spent, right? Let's. What I'm not saying, money has been spent, but money has been spent on mediocre players or players for the future.
Is that Levy's fault, though?
Yeah, because
is he the director of football?
He's everything.
Oh.
He's got his hands in every parcel pie going.
So Levy does all the signings.
He's involved in everything.
What's his football history? Does
0?
Okay, wow. Anyway, listen. Where do you think you're going to end this? Where do you think you're going to end this season?
Above the top 10, but I mean,
how bad does it have to get for you to sack your manager?
Losing to Southampton.
Say less. What about you?
I think if we lose to Southampton, he's probably got the cup, and that's it.
Okay, cool.
If we lose to Southampton and we get knocked out by you, he's gone.
Okay, cool. So soon. All right, bro. Look after yourselves. Have a nice one. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
See you
Call
soon.
us again. Big up to you.
Yep, I will. I'll be up.
I think we got through the show quite nicely.
We have.
I thought I was going to get cooked more, but I kind of did some good deflecting.
You really deflected it onto me.
They was looking for you.
It's because we don't have any Forest fans that we know of. We need to send out
there was
search.
but then I should have got cooked more by Arsenal fans, but stuff's happened. You think if Arsenal won their game, the way they would have spoken to me today would have been so disrespectful. But because they're humbled now, Arsenal fans, take your time with it,
Take your time. Take your time with it. Take your time with it.
Because it's the best video in the world. Because they're humbled today, haven't got the level of chest that they want to have.
I know, they can't. They're trying. Do you want to talk about Matthias quickly? Mad.
See Turkish's face?
Disgusting.